Hello, I'm Ray, and I like bad movies, and I found something else to watch for the wrong reasons. AT&T just acquired Warner Media and the DCEU on accident, because there's no way someone would do that on purpose, right? But AT&T, in their ever-generous grace, has decided to take that 2-hour movie that everyone hated and make it 2 times longer. That's right, that's 2 times the unlikable portrayal of the Flash with ADHD, a cyborg that barely speaks, a Wonder Woman that barely speaks too, maybe for good reason though, a Bruce Wayne whose physical appearance wavers just as much as his desire to be on screen, and a Superman that looks fucking weird. Hallelujah, thank you, Lily. So in honor of the soon-to-be-released Justice League Snyder Cut, let's take a look at the first time they fucked this up. Let's take a look back at the Justice League of America made-for-TV movie / backdoor pilot made for CBS in 1997.
Tori, tell us what happened.
Here's Tori, the soon-to-be newest member of the Justice League.
I don't know.
Yeah, so get used to these unwelcome mock interviews inserted throughout the whole thing.
I guess I don't have very much confidence in myself, and I'm never thinking that I'd become a superhero.
I don't know, man. The more I look at her, the more familiar she looks.
Look what I can do.
Tori works at the Eno Institute, a meteorologist institute, which obviously is where she studies weather patterns. So yeah, Tori is your run-of-the-mill, standard, dorky, finicky nerd who's a cluttered mess that stumbles on her words just as much as she does her own feet.
Shouldn't you be heading home? You gotta get your rest. I need you if we're gonna get Senator Hoffman to write a check at the fundraiser.
I'm not even sure I should come. You're much better at that sort of thing. Me, on the other hand,
An attractive, intelligent researcher who is gonna knock him dead.
I think that's your department. The knock 'em dead part, not the attractive. Well, no, I'm not saying that.
I guess she has a crush on her boss, too. I don't know.
Dumb.
So yeah, you may recognize Miguel Ferrer here from one of my favorite movies ever, RoboCop. You also might recognize him from NCIS or even Blank Check. So he's one of the most notable actors in this pilot. Maybe there's hope for this pilot yet.
No, I'm a nice guy.
Okay, who the fuck is this, their mechanic?
Like, I like to go eat sushi sometimes. I like to go to the park.
Fuck you.
I don't know.
Anyway, Barry here is your run-of-the-mill deadbeat with no job who can't pay his rent and now doesn't have a place to live either. And from what I can figure, more than likely also bears a lower than average intelligence level, so you're a basic loser. You know, just like the comic. Oh wait, no. That Barry Allen is an intelligent, responsible person with a good job who is more than capable of prioritizing his responsibilities using his above-average intellect and problem-solving skills. You could see how I could make that mistake, right? Anyway, another interview, another asshole.
Barry's lucky. His life is so unencumbered. Mine is so complex. Extremely complex.
Guy Gardner, a self-important, arrogant D-bag that thinks he's better than everyone else. Just like the Actually, no, wait, that's right. Except for some reason here, he kind of looks like Hal Jordan, I guess. I don't know. But that douche is busy prepping for a date. Tori's back at the Eno Institute, where she picks up some readings that concern her about the possibility of the very first recorded hurricane rolling into New Metro City.
Tori, did you talk to Dr. Eno?
I will. It's just Dr. Eno's a very busy man, and now is not the time to be bothering him.
Bother. Thanks a lot.
Oh, come on, Arliss, I'll talk to him.
Oh yeah, that's Arliss, another finicky but more aggressive nerd. Tori tells Dr. Eno all about this weather disturbance and shows him who may be responsible for this anomaly. A Tim and Eric sketch. I mean the WeatherMan. The WeatherMan.
Those gusts are up to 200 miles per hour, and I'm afraid it's the beginning of a severe weather trend.
Meanwhile, Guy's trying to charm his girlfriend. Oh, wow. Wow. Don't encourage that. Guy is doing all this to butter his girlfriend Cheryl up, aka the redhead chick from Clueless, due to the fact that he keeps running out on her to do the superhero thing. But just then, his breathe app goes off, and he decides that's more important than forcibly raping his girlfriend's ears with his awful voice.
Guy, don't walk.
Personally, I turn that app off. The breathe app. No, not the air rape app. you know? Here we meet BiBi DaCosta, aka Fire. BiBi here is an actress.
I really love acting. I really do.
And oh no, she's a banana.
BiBi's out at a very lame audition.
Got him back in acting 101.
Oh yeah, you know, acting 101, dressing like giant fucking fruits and its impact on drama. Yeah. Banana, please. It's okay. I can say that. My mother was a plantain. Stupid.
Where's the banana?
Oh, BiBi DaCosta? But I got a split. So, bye.
And her alert goes off too.
Became a scientist so that I could help people, so that I could discover new things about the world, so I could discover new things about people and our planet, where we came from, where we're going, what's going to happen to us in the future.
Ray is a teacher, and he's teaching these kids all about photosynthesis. Isn't he a physicist? I don't know what I'm expecting here. Aside from rain, let's get to that storm we're brewing.
Mr. Drazen. What? Elaborate, please. What we have here is...
Looks like we are actually finally going to get a look at our heroes in action. See? That is why you put your kids on a leash. Mother Nature decides it's sick of looking at this kid's face, and lightning strikes a telephone pole down, but luckily Green Lantern is there to construct a rope and tether it off course.
Thank you, Green Lantern.
Let's get him someplace safe.
Somewhere else in the city, some construction workers who forgot to build 3 more walls get trapped under a giant concrete slab. Luckily, Poison Fire is there. The cat is stuck under a house, and only one man can save that cat. The Atom. Oh, God. Oh.
Allow me, man.
Good Lord. He wore that on purpose? And despite every shred of common sense, the Atom decides to shrink down, decreasing his mass during a very windy hurricane. Our premier physicist, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, that doesn't happen. He manages to shoo the cat out back to his owner. I'm pretty sure he didn't need to shrink for this, but okay. The hurricane intensifies, but thank goodness the Flash is already on the case. Oh my god. Oh. What is up with these costumes? They're all awful. Anyway, Speedster 101 states if something's going this way, run really fast this way. Boom, problem solved. Only thing is, he didn't dress like a giant fucking fruit, though he does kind of look like a spoiled radish, I guess.
Bravo, Justice League, bravo, a virtuoso performance. But I want you to keep one thing in mind about the weather. It can change at any moment.
So then the League meets up in a back alley somewhere to change into their civvies, and no one notices. Oh my god. It's even worse up close. Oh, look at that shit. My god. In case you ever wondered what a superhero costume with a congenital defect looks like, ta-da! Anyway, this goofy bastard tells the group that he doesn't have anywhere to stay tonight, and then they all run away. Our heroes, ladies and gentlemen.
Still got a student or two left.
Maybe I'm hitting the one as again.
BiBi heads back to that audition, sans banana suit this time, which is a shame because it's one of the more convincing costumes in this pilot. Turns out everybody left. BiBi comes back to an empty studio with only a disembodied voice kissing her ass.
Well, that role was beneath you anyway. You should be playing a lead. Something that calls for brains and talent, as well as beauty.
Now I'm blushing. But don't stop on my account.
No, I'm serious. You've got this certain je ne sais quoi.
Merci. Oh.
Martin.
This fucking kid comes around the corner and she's just like, oh. What a bitch. What a bitch. Anyway, this kid likes her, and BiBi tries to emotionally juke his approach, but this kid just won't take no for an answer.
I was just kind of wondering, maybe if you had some free time on your hands, if you wanted to go,
How old are you?
Does it really matter? I mean, I've heard you're only as old as you feel.
Uh-huh.
And right now, I'm feeling pretty old.
I'm flattered, but I gotta go.
Guy comes home to find that Ray let Barry stay at their apartment. and he's cleaned and redecorated the whole place at super speed, which pisses Guy off for some reason.
You didn't tell him
he had nowhere else to go.
Did you at least try to get him to fix the TV?
He'll get a place as soon as he finds a job.
But Barry isn't done giving and prepares
traditional 7-course Balinese feast.
And Barry ends up eating the whole damn thing. Barry, you piece of shit. Apparently, Barry bears his soul best on a full stomach and decides to air his insecurities as a member of this team.
What are my special skills? I'm fast. That's it. And it usually comes off as a liability rather than an asset.
Okay, so technically, you were the one who did something of the most merit. I mean, out of all these guys, by single-handedly stopping that storm. Why are they trying to pass Flash off as the fledgling here? I don't completely understand, but alright, whatever. Meanwhile, at the Eno Institute, Tori is working late and finds Arliss randomly working late as well on a mysterious personal project.
Awfully late, isn't it?
I like working nights. Fewer people snooping around.
Oh. How not suspicious.
Sorry. Can never be too careful.
You got that right.
Hey, anyone home?
BiBi goes to the boy's apartment to run lines with Barry for the new part she just got.
Hey, Viv.
As a giant fucking banana.
Okay, am I a peach or a strawberry?
Guy just can't get Cheryl out of his head and tries to call her again on this very questionable phone here.
And if this is Guy, I can't talk to you ever.
Then BiBi makes fun of Guy for not being able to woo Cheryl back into his arms. They do this whole sexual tension thing between the two of them, you know, due to a relationship they had in the past. Doesn't matter because it's really not fucking interesting at all. Tori is still working after hours when she knocks over some very scientific golf balls under some very scientific equipment, which she can't get behind, so she conveniently kicks it in the right spot that makes it slide back, revealing a mysterious suitcase. And because Tori's a nosy bitch, she opens the suitcase and then manages to spill her bottle of water on the case, causing a cheesy smoke explosion, blue mist thing that covers her body, and then she just walks out of the shot, unknowingly causing everything she touches to freeze. That whole experience scares the shit out of Tori, so she decides to head home, where she almost has a collision with Andy Brinker.
Oh my god. Oh my god. He on X Games mode.
Oh, sorry.
Oh no, a baby just fell in the pool!
Being the natural hero that Tori is, she immediately tries to help, inadvertently freezing the entire lake. Back at the apartment, I guess their TV is broken, so Ray tries to fix the TV by shrinking down because he really wants his power to be useful, and tries to connect two wires and ends up nearly killing himself. I really don't know why he needed to shrink for that. Oh yeah, and I guess he can do that without his lame-ass suit in this universe. They call a TV man who manages to repair the set with a wrapper from a stick of Barry's gum.
Need some help?
No, just give me some of your gum. Watch this. I call it the miracle worker.
Foreshadowing. The TV is repaired just in time to tune into the local news where they see Tori's recent rescue.
Adanak suddenly turned to ice. Authorities are still investigating whether this strange phenomenon can also be attributed to the mysterious WeatherMan.
So, of course, logically, the next step, the Justice League breaks into Tori's house and kidnaps her in her bed via a CPAP machine and brings her back to their headquarters, a dark, empty room.
Don't be afraid. Tori Olafstar, employed 4 years in the Meteorology Institute, thesis in college was on.
And in this room, apparently this voice knows all about her and her career and wants to gauge her abilities on freezing a glass he set up right in front of her.
This is ridiculous!
And she does, but she can't believe it, so she demands to go back home and then is knocked out again somehow.
Very well.
So, oh, jeez. Damn it, Flash. So they send her back to her apartment, and then this happens. That's a bit out of tone with the rest of the pilot, right? I mean, okay. Tori goes back to work the next day and seems a bit unfocused. She runs into Arliss again, who makes a stupid comment about her being a little cold today.
Tori, you see Nino?
He's out.
We seem a bit cold today.
Yeah, it's awful.
Probably just my imagination. Oh, sorry, sir.
Quite all right. Have a nice day.
Dr. Eno meets with Tori to discuss who could possibly be the Weatherman.
You have any ideas?
What about Arliss?
Strangely, during this gossip sesh, Dr. Eno begins to feel ill.
I think he's up to something.
Dr. Eno has to step out for some fresh air. But wait a second. Two Dr. Enos? I don't know, there's this confusing part where he grows a Hulk hand and hides from the other Dr. Eno. I don't know. Let's move on. I wonder how BiBi's doing. BiBi's meeting with her agent about a mysterious director that gave her a part because he found her captivating and beguiling.
Big French director, Jean-Guy de la something. He said he saw you at an audition and found you captivating and beguiling. As soon as he gets back from the continent, he wants to talk film deal. You want to do lunch sometime?
You want to do lunch with me?
How many captivating and beguiling clients do I have? Huh?
Including this one? I'm gonna go with none. While leaving the agency, BiBi runs into Martin, who was actually the one who called her agent and left that fake message, because he's been stalking her, and it's okay because they're trying to pass it off as charming and boyish.
Martin.
Hi.
What are you doing following me?
I sort of wanted to see you again.
Oh, great, but that doesn't explain how you knew I... Wait a minute. Let me guess. Jean-Guy?
Hey, Listen, you weren't being put up for the parts you deserved. I thought this might stroke your agent a bit.
You don't even know me.
I do know that you're between boyfriends now, and sometimes you get lonely. And you're looking for that perfect someone, a soulmate. The standards are so high that you wonder if you're ever going to find them.
How do you know that?
Oh, I don't. I'm just hoping that's the case.
Look, I gotta go, but I'll call you.
Yeah, you promise?
Yeah, I'll try when I get a chance.
So thinking about this, I mean, she was basically misled into thinking that she was going to get this big part, but Martin did this so she would just get more attention from her agent. So personally, I would be fucking pissed.
Every time.
I feel like I'm getting through this movie. I get another fucking interview. So Guy is trying to talk Clueless Girl into giving him a second chance again, when the Weatherman strikes again, raining hail down onto New Metro Square.
Get ready for a big halo from your Weatherman.
Guy tells her to stay put, but of course she doesn't, and busts ass on the concrete. He immediately pops back in his Green Lantern and constructs an umbrella to protect her from the hail. This makes Cheryl immediately forget that she's concussed and starts complaining about her old boyfriend.
At least there's one gentleman left.
Thank God the whole team is here, so Flash can explain what's going on off screen.
Look at fire, she's melting the hailstorm and turning it into rain.
Yeah, but thanks, Flash. I thought she had hand diarrhea. The League gets a briefing on their recently repaired TV at home from the mysterious voice again. The mysterious voice wants them to check out a fundraiser that the Eno Institute will be having, and Ray is assigned to go to the Eno Institute to check out their computers because he's the nerd. And BiBi gets a beeper message reminding her to check in with her stalker, which sparks Guy's curiosity.
Who's Martin?
Just a friend.
And one very lame interaction between two very lame portrayals of these characters later. Oh my god, another fucking interview. Oh no, there's 3 of them.
Yeah, I've been working together for a long time.
Oh yeah, we wouldn't want to upset the intricate balance of our teamwork together.
Hey, I think we make out pretty good.
Yeah.
Alright, skip this. So the League heads to the Eno Institute in their Sunday's finest to crash that fundraiser. And of course, here's a scene where each member uses their abilities to accomplish getting in, showing how resourceful they are. Except for Ray. They get in and it turns out they sneak Ray and BiBi's purse. Seriously, what the fuck is the point of this guy? Why did he need to shrink for this? Anyway, Dr. Eno is charming Tori in the corner, and that's where he does his best charming, offering her the head research position when they inevitably get this funding.
How can Senator Hoffman not be impressed with what we've done here? When that money comes through, you'll be my new head of research.
Me?
Yeah.
I don't know what to say.
Say yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Shall we toast your new promotion?
Yeah.
All this excitement makes Tori prematurely freeze some drinks, so she decides to step out. The gang is keeping a watchful eye out, looking for anything unusual, aside from any of their dialogue.
Hey, you guys hiring? Are you at the Institute? Are you kidding? Do I look like I'm from the Institute? No, I'm actually a visiting scientist. Yeah, archaeologist.
I really should be going.
Why? Why? Just why? Oh my god.
I had a date.
Another mock interview. Jesus is holy shit. It's like 20 seconds of constant speech, and she says nothing. Eventually, Tori finally bumps into Ray. They meet, and now he's in love with her because it's this. It's just this.
Ray Palmer, science teacher.
Time to get going.
Going, we're going.
That is the face of a guy whose internet browser should probably be on an antibiotic.
Those files we were gonna look at tonight?
Oh.
This creepy interaction is cut short thanks to Guy being focused on the mission at hand.
I'm sorry, I have to go.
Bye, Ray Palmer, science teacher.
Ray and Guy sneak into the lab to get the files. Guy's on watch, but it turns out Cheryl is there too.
Guy?
Cheryl, what are you doing here?
I have nothing to say to you.
So fuck Ray. Guy wants to get his dick wet, so mission aborted. Another interview. Oh my.
The hard guy?
Oh my god, Ray, seriously, shut the fuck up. Ray sneaks into the lab by doing this. Why the fuck is he doing that? Oh my god. He hacks into their computer thanks to a password device he pulls out of his ass, I guess.
Alright, we got something here.
During this, Guy chases Cheryl down at the party, and it turns out
Cheryl?
She came with someone else.
Guy!
Now she's suddenly civil enough with him to give him a passively aggressive insult.
You're not here alone, are you?
BiBi manages to save him from the embarrassment of being too horrible to be around and pretends to be his date.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't mean to steal him away. It's just I can't seem to get enough of him. Bye.
Oh, you want it?
Yeah, well, I couldn't stand seeing her make you squirm. That's my job.
Just feet away, Arliss is still more than eager to show Dr. Eno that secret project he's been working on.
How about now?
How about now for what?
What we talked about earlier today.
Popke, you're working too hard. We didn't talk earlier today.
But you said...
Popke, please.
But Dr. Eno hardly gives a shit.
If you don't mind the senators, people are waiting for me. I think that takes priority right now, don't you?
I'll give you a priority.
Barry stays hot on Arliss's tail. Dr. Eno talks to one of the senator's assistants, and it turns out the senator didn't feel like making it out to this event, which pisses him off. Also, Tori catches Ray playing on her computer without asking.
Some science teacher.
It's not what you think. Please, come take a look.
Is that the door you were supposed to be watching?
Ray finally makes his power useful and manages to escape by shrinking.
Part of me would stay small. It's kind of like your foot being asleep, only it would be tiny, you know?
Another fucking interview. Another fucking interview.
First, I'd get big and
my voice would still be
another fucking interview. Tori checks out what's on the screen and sees the designs for the weather manipulator, much like the one that gave her her powers. Arliss frantically takes an unmarked box to his car while the Flash watches behind a bush. That costume is even creepier behind a bush. Arliss pulls up to a random suburban house and drops the box off at the doorstep. But the Flash ain't having none of that.
I think so, Weatherman.
Weatherman? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about this.
Finally, this is all over.
What is this?
It's the Popke weather forecaster. It's accurate up to 88%. We're gonna do better.
Shit, that means there's more movie. Tori decides to go back and check for that briefcase again, but it isn't there anymore.
It's gone.
Tori heads upstairs to check on the dish where she catches Dr. Eno recording his latest terrorist message to Metro City.
As you can see from this morning's forecast, we're looking at isolated showers.
But as to where...
Oh my god. Get a load of that rig. This is the same face that I make when my wife walks in on me filming stuff. That shit is embarrassing. That's a filter? He couldn't have just put a bandana over his face? Like, I'm spending way too much time on this. Alright. Dr. Eno chases Tori downstairs where she narrowly escapes behind a door using her ice powers on the doorknob. Okay, now watch this change in tone. It's completely correlated to the soundtrack here. She almost got killed. Now it's fucking goofy again. The boys are going through their morning routine, the Flash is just being their bitch, doing their laundry, the huge.
Oh, by the way, I got that stain out. Oh, great, how'd you do that? I flashed it out.
Tori heads back to their place to talk to Ray and tell him what she found out.
I mean, I go gaga over this guy, and look what he turns out to be.
Who exactly are we talking about?
The weatherman, Dr. Eno. I saw him on the roof with the weather manipulator, and he saw me, and...
Tori gives him the coordinates of the weatherman's next planned attack.
Well, Ray has always been there for me, right from the start. He's just so...
Nice.
Yeah. Nice can be sexy.
Please stop. BiBi's about to head out for a morning run.
Hey there.
When Martin pops up to be creepy and give her some tacky earrings when she gets an alert from the League and is called to action.
What was that, dude? Oh, I gotta go. Great, but I gotta go. I'm sorry.
Why? Why do they need to interview BiBi? Come on, man. Just go. Fuck that. Just go to the next thing. We then catch a news report on the recent event that took place off screen about a mudslide or some shit. Tori shows up at the end for I don't know what reason, and then the mysterious voice decides, now it's time.
Do you think now would be the time?
Bring her in.
So anyway, the League takes her down to their secret lair at the bottom of the ocean. Why is their lair in a giant fucking submarine? Too many questions, I guess. I don't know.
Oh, well, if they were worried about me coming in, I mean, imagine how I felt.
There we go. You ready for the big reveal?
Welcome back, Tori.
It's okay.
I am John Jones, leader of the Justice League.
Why the fuck would he choose the main villain as the first form he meets her in? I guess that explains the whole Hulk hand thing from earlier, but
As you can see, we met before.
there was no reason for that. John introduces himself and the the Justice League, who happen to sound a lot like the fucking X-Men.
I sought refuge on your planet because my own world had none of the freedoms that you take for granted. I vowed to protect those rights. So I scoured the earth in search of those whose gifts could help me fulfill that dream. We want you to join the Justice League.
I'm not a superhero.
I'll teach you, just as I've taught all of them. Do you think they knew what to do when they started? They came upon their gifts just like you did.
I just want my old life back.
It's no longer there. What seems like a curse can become a gift. You must decide whether you want to keep on running from it or embrace it.
Oh shit, get a load of that. Get a load of that. Look at that. Martian Manhunter right there. Goddamn. John is thick.
He's from another world.
Martin is getting ice cream, a double milkshake in fact, because his crush turned him down.
Woman in trouble? It's the worst.
When he sees on the ice cream truck's TV that Fire is being interviewed, when he notices her earrings.
Wow! Hey!
Meanwhile, under the fucking ocean, Tori is contemplating her choice on whether or not she's going to join the Justice League.
It's a lot to think about. Gets easier.
Adam gives her a bit of a pep talk and talks about his half-ass origin story and then reveals his identity to her.
Why are you doing this for me? You don't even know me.
Don't I?
Who cares? God. Oh.
Once I froze him in an ice cube and put it in my friend's drink. That was fun. Remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then after another dumbass interview, they do this stupid 3-minute bit about her trying to embrace and master her new powers.
It's no use!
Fighting it, Tori. This is between your heart and mind at that drop of water. Focus your mind. Embrace the droplet with your heart and will it to freeze.
Then another fucking interview.
And I could tell that they were, a little worried about me.
I wasn't.
I know. He wasn't. They were worried.
So, they cut back from the interview, and I guess now she has control of her powers.
Better. Not exactly something I'd want in my ice cube tray, but definitely better.
Jesus, the pacing of this pilot, man. Holy shit. Fire gets another page on her beeper that she runs out to address. And the weatherman strikes again. This time demanding $20 million or he'll unleash another weather attack.
Morning, New Metro. It's your weatherman.
Jesus, look at that.
Turning to the 5-day outlook, let's see. There won't be one. You pay me $20 million by noon tomorrow, or you can kiss your city goodbye.
BiBi goes back to Martin to see what he wanted when he calls her out on being fired.
I knew I'd get your attention if I paged you by your other name.
But this is Fire.
That's who you really are, isn't it? Your secret would have been safe if it hadn't have been for the earrings.
You're right, Fire was wearing them. She borrowed them from me.
Oh, right. Now you two are friends?
Well, yeah, I mean, kind of.
You really are a good actress.
So BiBi signals the League and they watch via her compact cam, and Manhunter heads over to the studio in fire form. I don't know.
Someone here accusing you of impersonating me? Uh-huh.
Well, you wore the earrings.
Yeah, that she loaned me. What, are you calling me a liar?
No.
Good. Because you know what happened to the last person who called me a liar?
You bitch. You burned their rustic early American dining chair? I may have misinterpreted that scene. Finally, after a short conversation, Martin finally officially gives up on pursuing BiBi.
This isn't gonna work out.
Finally.
Thanks.
Don't mention it.
Dr. Eno shows up at Tori's doorstep.
Mind if I come in? Now with this, and with your powers, think about what we could do together.
You're insane.
You don't mean that.
Tori freezes Dr. Eno, and while he's trembling, she nabs the device and runs away, back to the sub of justice. The weatherman decides he's waited long enough for the money and decides he is going to unleash a massive tidal wave on Metro City, planning to kill nearly half of its inhabitants.
And on the lighter side, 100% of its government. And if you think the Justice League will save you this time, think again. You had 59 minutes.
It also turned out that he was one step ahead of the Justice League this whole time.
That's impossible. We have the weather manipulator right here.
It's a tracking device.
He set me up.
Oh, Weatherman, you are the master of the red herrings. The Weatherman launches a large red laser at the sub of justice and traps the Justice League underwater.
The door's shorted out. We're trapped.
After the team realizes they're trapped, they quickly brainstorm for a solution when Guy makes a suggestion.
Can't she freeze something?
Yes, Tori, can't you freeze something?
I can't!
Oh, well, I guess that's it then, huh? At least you asked.
We can't waste time on her any longer.
Guy, you dick. He's not wrong, but he's still a dick.
Give me a stick of your gum.
Thanks to a particular trick Ray learned from a very wise TV repairman.
What's he doing?
It's called the miracle worker.
He's able to fix the jammed door's controls.
Ready, go!
Don't worry, I'll be fine.
So the team heads up to the surface to deal with the weatherman. But they don't look like they're in a rush though.
Flash, get people to higher ground. Fire Adam, see if you can stop that wave before it reaches the city. I'm going after Dr. Eno and that damn weather manipulator.
Anyway, they all split up. Lantern heads to the satellite where Weatherman is launching the final attack, but they leave Tori because, well, she kind of sucks. Green Lantern shows up at the satellite to stop Dr. Eno.
How did you ever escape?
Juicy fruit.
So much for new Metro. Initiate sequence. Surf's up.
It's heading straight for the coastline.
While Flash rescues some kids whose chaperone just left them there to die and...
Aren't you kids supposed to be with your counselor?
He just took off and left us here.
Alright, looks like I'm giving piggyback rides. Who's first?
Flash takes 3 of the kids and leaves just the one. Just the one. He takes the 3, but it's just the one he leaves.
Alright, I'll be right back, okay? Don't sweat it.
Meanwhile, back at the satellite, Green Lantern demands a device so he can stop the tidal wave.
But the wily weatherman outsmarts Guy.
It's not bad.
By throwing the device this way. By throwing it that way, Guy just can't do anything.
I can't stop the wave.
It's not like he has the fucking power of will and is able to construct anything. It went that way. What's he supposed to do? So the city's in panic. People are running for their lives. Police sirens are blaring. This is surely the end. Just then, Tori decides, hey, let me try that ice freezing thing again on this giant fucking tidal wave. I mean, I did freeze a snow globe after all. And with what I would describe as very little effort. She does it. She freezes it. Whole thing. That liquid is in solid form now. While all this is happening, Guy rounds up the weatherman.
Darn weatherman. They never write.
What the fuck are you saying, Lantern? What the fuck does that even mean? Go home. Go home. Go home and call your girlfriend on your dildo phone. Just shut the fuck up. Anyway, crisis averted. The day is saved by Tori. Out of complete plot convenience. But Tori's still pissed that they left her on the sidelines.
Go away.
But that's nothing a little breaking and entering and manipulation can't fix. Adam just lets himself into her house without her wanting him in there.
That wasn't very nice.
And opens the door and lets everybody in, and now everybody's happy for some fucking reason.
What are you guys doing here?
We want you to come back.
I don't know.
Oh, you can't say no. No, look at what I designed for you. Look.
Suddenly she likes them again, and she's now part of the Justice League.
BiBi thought maybe you could call yourself Ice.
Yeah.
You guys really know how to lay it on thick, don't you?
Does that mean you're gonna say yes?
Yeah.
All right, that's terrific. Well, oh, here, John Jones wants to say something.
Have they talked you into joining us yet?
Yes, somehow.
Good.
The weatherman is then taken to jail. Of course, in typical superhero fashion, he's got a handcuff laser or some shit. So, he'll be back. But he won't be, because there's a good reason this was never picked up. There's some pretty bad stuff. So then, Tori is officially sworn into the Justice League.
Welcome, Tori, to the Justice League.
I saw it open and then I took it.
Holy shit, another interview. Holy shit.
I'm working at the Meteorological Institute and have a little accident. Turn into ice. And suddenly I'm part
I'm
of the
skipping this
Justice
one.
League.
I think I earned it. And we wrap up the adventure with the first complete shot of the League in costume.
We all need heroes in our lives. Sometimes we find them in unlikely places.
Okay, keep in mind, I am completely aware that they were obviously limited as far as licensing goes, not having the opportunity to use Batman, Superman, or Wonder Woman. That isn't to say that the characters they were dealt weren't interesting or couldn't have been, but holy shit did this fail. Questionable performances and a confusing tone make it so difficult to decipher exactly what you're supposed to feel for these characters at times. Am I supposed to feel bad that Barry has no place to live? Or am I just supposed to chalk it up to him being a dopey idiot?
I don't know.
And any potential for somewhat meaningful dialogue is wasted and replaced with cluttered verbal nonsense that's geared more towards getting their stupid quirks across than any other deeper aspects of their characters. And I never really felt like any time was taken to flesh out these characters, almost giving no scrap of motive for why they are who they are, and this kind of makes the characters seem uninteresting. All these characters were transformed into a flatter, more two-dimensional version of their originals, and somehow mashed up different iterations into a hardly recognizable mash. So this makes any info you may already know about any of these characters by just, being a comic fan, not matter because they're altered so much that they barely even resemble their source material. Which is a shame, seeing characters you grew up loving being treated so superficially. And those interview segments, as much as I hate them, could have actually been useful in the sense of adding some much needed insight into this version of these characters. Instead, they're almost like strange transitions placed between every scene. And they only serve as opportunities for these characters to spill out some pretty lame anecdotes and demonstrate what I am pretty sure is just bad improv. Oh my god. World building is pretty absent too. This is in the DC universe, but there's no mention of anything outside these four heroes and Metro City. And Metro City itself is so generic, I kept forgetting where this was all taking place while watching it. Yes, I know the effects sucked. I mean, come on, it was 1997. It was a show that they probably barely gave any money to. It was expected. Oh man, and the costumes. Oh. Thanks for watching me overanalyze something that was never meant to even be seen. And thank you so much to whoever is watching this. I got more of these planned. Maybe dive into stuff that's a little bit weirder. That's what I'm looking forward to. The weird stuff.
Goodbye.